First rates on your screen, and I think it should be at about 24,780. That's the first tick on the Nifty, a full 1% cut, 250 points. The Sensex is down about 0.9%, 700 points lower, 81,100. Bank Nifty is down about 0.8, 51,150. Bank Nifty, of course, has been weaker, much weaker than the Nifty for weeks now. Market breadth, of course, is one way to be expected. 4:1 declines to advances. So that's the picture which is emerging right off the bat. 24,800, a little bit of recovery. So about a 50-odd point recovery already on the Nifty. We'll see. As you can see on that wall, those are the 50 Nifty stocks, and I can see only two stocks in the green, 48 in the red. Sonia.
Okay, so in terms of individual stocks, right, Tata Motors is your big loser right now. 4% knockdown over there. Couple of things playing out. One, of course, it's run up a lot. So there's some profit taking. And second, the management commentary is on the cautious side. So, you know, the way forward perhaps could look a bit tricky for them. So that's Tata Motors. Maruti Suzuki is the other one that's down 3.5%. Once again, over there, the auto sales have seen a degrowth, especially the domestic passenger vehicle segment, which is struggling for a while now. That is down about 3.5%. Eicher Motors is down 2.5%. So over there as well, Royal Enfield sales have fallen for the month of July. That's not looking good. So that's your top loser right now yet again. M&M is also down about 1%, but bucking the falling trend otherwise in the auto sector. On the upside, you have HUL, DRL, Nestle and Apollo Hospital stocks, few and far between. ITC is holding up actually, looking not too bad. And in the broader markets, something like a Zomato is the one that you need to look at. I think it's up 6% right now. So 250 on Zomato this morning. And now big volumes piling up on that one. You know, the path to profitability for Zomato has been very, very interesting over the last 1 year, especially with some of its new businesses like Blinkit. So that's something that the street definitely likes. But otherwise, it is a weak opening for the market. There are still some stocks that are bucking the trend this morning. So we've been talking about that ad nauseum, but otherwise, it's a weak opening.
Well, that's right. You know, a few stocks, though, are standing out. SJS Enterprises, the numbers were quite good, and that's the street's reading as well, because in a weak market, that stock's up close to around 8%. So good going on that one. SJS, that's flying away in today's trading session. GET&D, the margins rose owing to better operating leverage as well as select high-margin order bookings. They have a healthy order book as well, which I think is 2 times their trailing revenue. So that stock is locked in upper circuit with a gain of closer around 5%. Cummins India, well, that stock is under pressure. I think it's down close to around 7-8% now. The global parent actually had come out with a set of numbers, and there's a decline in India, power generation business in India. I think the street is reading through that, and that explains why that stock, in fact, is taking a hard knock. It's now down more than 8% as we speak. Metal-related names as well. But yesterday they had some sign of a pullback. But from there, in fact, they did see some selling intraday itself. And now the metal index, global-facing theme, if there's going to be a recession, well, then, in fact, these ones will correct a little bit. And that's why all of them under pressure as we speak. So the start is in the red. Some would say that maybe, in fact, the markets have opened up in that slot, provided we hold on to that 24,700 odd mark on an intraday basis. Maybe, there could be some kind of a pullback from the day's low.
Okay, well, that is on the market overall. But a couple of more stocks that I just wanted to mention that are facing a bit of the heat right now. The Bank Nifty is down almost about 400 points, led by ICICI Bank, which is down 1.5%. And a couple of other names as well. But it's really the auto stocks that are the top losers, top Nifty losers right now. Tata Motors, Maruti Suzuki and Eicher Motors. The Vahan data actually indicates that, it is, there is a slowdown across the board, whether it is in the small car segment, whether it is in the commercial vehicle space, whether it is in electric two-wheelers as well. That is also registrations have been under pressure over the past couple of weeks and months, and that's not looking good. But you have to say that this is a falling market, so maybe there's some profit taking as well that we're seeing right now. By the way, Zomato, just pull that up. I think it's 10% higher now on that stock, 9% higher. What a run that stock has had. In fact, it's doubled in 2024 already, and it's had a dream run, so to speak, on Zomato. There are a lot of bullish brokerage views on Zomato, but I think the most aggressive, as I was saying earlier, is Motilal Oswal. They actually have a target price of 300 on Zomato. The others as well. I mean, Bernstein has a target price of 275. Jefferies is at 275 as well. Citi has raised it to 280. So it has been a stellar quarter, no two ways about that. I think the quick commerce business is the one that everyone is focusing on now. And the GOV has been picking up a lot for the quick commerce business. Let's see, the dining out vertical is also something that everyone's looking at now, and the possibility of it getting back to profitability.
Well, there's one large trade that's taken place on Genius Park. Close to around 1 crore shares have changed hands out there. So, there's a big volume spurt out there. I think we should pull up the chart of Genius Park. Very, very large trade out there. 1 crore shares in the first few minutes itself. So, big move out there. A few more stocks actually to note which are doing quite well. JHCL, one of the top volume movers today, that's up more than 5%. Just highlighting this one because, in fact, the markets are under pressure and some of these stocks are showing signs of a bit of outperformance. So that's why alerting on that one. A few other notable movers. JP Associates, big volume mover today, that's up close to around 5% odd. From the lows of the day, there's been a very, very minor recovery because that's the inclination. The first dip has got bought into. Tata Steel has come off close to around 3% from the low point of the day, so that dip has got bought into. ITC started off with a cut of around 0.5%, that's moved into the green. So these are the ones that are contributing in terms of the Nifty. Sun Pharma, by the way, the stock was down close to around 2%. Some of the brokerages had written that the read-through of the numbers weren't as good as expected. But for the time being, that's recovered a good 2% from the low point of the day. L&T Tech, though, that slipped a little bit, now down close to 2%, one of the top losers on the Nifty. Prashant.
All right, well, absolutely. So lots to sort of take in with what's happening out there. The market overall down about 190 points, but there are these bright spots as we've been highlighting.